No, I don't like to do that.
Welcome to Dirty T Podcast. This is your girl V Savage in the building, and we have back Mr. Late Night. It has been a minute, my friend.
What's good, y'all? It's Late Night. Tracks up in the building.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
And welcome back, Nada But Vibes.
Hello, V Savage. I'm honored to be back. Thank you.
And Mr. Boombastic.
I'm here like I never left.
Literally. All right.
He's working on it, guys. He's working on it.
Man, beat me,
it's
yo.
hard being
Beat
a pimp. But today's episode is first dates. Who do you think should pay? What are acceptable places to go? What is the worst date you've ever had ever? We're going to dive deep into it. But before we do that, Late Night, do you have any projects or anything coming up?
Alright, so I am like putting out another project of mine, and that's going out through my label Tracks Up Productions. This is coming out around my birthday, which is March 23rd. So around there, I'm still like putting up the finishing touches, you know, like tweaks here and there. Mm-hmm. So trying to get a lot of the clearances done. So right now, like expect like, you know, another single coming out like within maybe a week and a half. And this is going to be interesting because you're going to see me talk to my demons very soon.
What? What does that mean?
It will be explained later on. But,
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody featured on this?
Let's just say right now, because I want to try to make sure I can set it out very soon, but it's going to be a good preacher poet coming up. So that's the hints that I got for you.
Oh, that's
Yes,
interesting. I'm gonna look forward to that.
Right.
It's going to be good. It's gonna be good.
And Nada But Vibes.
Yes.
Any what are you up to lately? Like, what's going on
Man,
in your world?
In my world, sheesh. Oh my God. Well, I was sick like this past like month and a half or something, like
no.
in December. So I haven't really been in the studio because I've been trying to like rest my voice. But I've been, you know, scheming up, songwriting, producing, all this good stuff, seeing what I could get. More or less, like if I could finish the song, reference it, or send that reference track to like the studios, they know what to do, like mixing and all that stuff. So basically just preparing, setting up some photo shoots. Want to get some of my real game up, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm working on like really setting my intention on what content to put out for this year, besides you know just music and all the other good stuff. But yeah, definitely a lot of music. a lot.
Mr. Boombastic, do you sing or make music?
Yes.
He's got a voice of
Serenade.
God. Come on,
no,
yo.
No, I don't.
I feel it. I feel like
I'll be
he's
more
gonna
like a
bust out his
spoken
song.
word.
Spoken word. Ooh. Right. Ooh.
No, I wish I could sing. I'll be dangerous.
I was
That
trying
was
to
so
go to
dangerous.
music school, and when it came to the audition, I literally choked. I couldn't do it. So yeah.
But you're here now.
Yeah. So I do a million other things.
Yes. right. Multi-talented.
And I'm really curious to find out, Late Night, what is the worst date you think you've ever had? I'm dying to hear this.
Man, I don't know, because I don't think I've had like bad dates, to be honest.
Really?
Well, that's nice.
I don't think I because to be honest with you, I don't date that much, but like whenever I go on dates, like, you know, I try to make sure that it's always good.
Okay, I love that for you.
There's only one day that was like good. That was like, I didn't like the food over there, but that's it. But it was a good date. I'll say that much.
So what
So
do you
the food
think
was
like
made.
an acceptable place to bring a woman on a first date would be?
To be honest with you, it's more on like, you know, the idea of like vibing and stuff like that. I don't think like you should overthink trying to take somebody somewhere. Like if I really have to sit there and like you're trying to like make me like take you to like an expensive like place, when in all reality I'm trying to like vibe out with you like equal, and that should be the focus. I mean, you can probably go anywhere. If I had to like sit there and be like, all right, I gotta really like go about the atmosphere of it. I'm sitting there like, I'm gonna question like what your morals on a date is, and I don't know if I'm gonna be put on or put off on a date.
Mm-hmm.
So, me planning the date and me trying to make sure I can connect with that person, like is more of the focus on like how I can have like a really good successful like first date.
Okay.
I like that.
I like how he explained that. Yeah. He got some game. Okay.
I don't know what you talk about. I
Like,
have
we're-
no game.
Come on, Paul. Don't sleep on yourself. Oh man.
Not of advice. What would you consider your worst date?
I want to hear this one.
So
Yeah, this is
yeah.
I want to hear this one.
I mean, no, right? So I haven't really gone on a date. Like I know. I think that time. I think I went on like one or two dates. They went pretty great. Like, but I think it wasn't really bad. Like there was like one. It was like we kind of like at the time when I was like completely plant based. We went to like a vegan restaurant. I think it's Ion in Middletown. And then the other time we went to some spot in Southington, but then that was really, I never really had a bad experience. It was like, okay, we're there, food, cool. Like we're vibing, that's it. But yeah, I never had bad experience, not with food either.
Well, I love that for you because I've had some terrible experiences, but
I'm sorry,
Dang,
y'all.
half is like not bad and half is terrible. I want to hear the terrible side now.
Right. It got progressively bad. Like, oh my God.
Let's hear yours, man. I want to hear this.
oh my God, there's so many.
Oh my God.
Oh.
What?
Bro, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué?
It's
Oh my
traumatizing.
God. It was traumatizing. She's like, hold up, guys. It's going to
So,
bring up flashbacks and such.
all right. I think, so I feel like there's different categories in that. So, like, the worst date you had where the other person was, like, insane, or the worst date you had where you're just not on the top of your game.
If somebody's insane, that's part of the situation being not good. So.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, you had to discover it like that, like,
Yeah.
like either now or
What
later.
led
You
you to
had
figure
to
it
discover
out?
No,
that.
that's a strong word, but I would say...
Very lucky. Oh.
I would say, like, I've had people, I went on a blind date once, right?
Ooh.
And it's not that I didn't see a picture of them, but it was, like, really before, like, social media was really popping like that. And I don't know, I guess I assumed the guy was taller because he was, like, a wrestler or whatever. And so anyway, I didn't have a great idea of what he looked like, but we met at, like, I chose a bar that I knew was, like, nothing but white people. It's like, he'll stand out and I'll know which one it is, and
Right,
it won't
right,
be
right.
that, like, you know, because I've hugged people that I thought I knew that I didn't know. My eyes are not the best,
I feel you, girl.
That is very friendly.
but they were
That's
receptive.
crazy.
Right, right, right.
That is very friendly.
And thanks for the love.
Right, right.
But so I go and I immediately see, like, this black dude, so I was like, oh, that's gotta be him. So I'm over here like, ooh, this is exciting, whatever. You know, back then I was a hot mess. Like, I thought I was way bougie back then. But The guy comes pulling up in the red convertible and all that. I'm like, okay, cool guy.
Right.
He stops out the car. He's like 6'2". I'm like, yes, winning all day, right? He comes in. I'm like, I walk right up to him. Don't even think about it. I was like, you must be my date. I'm Vivian. Or you must be Will. And he was just like, good to meet you. Da 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 da. Let's go get you a drink. And we went and got a drink, whatever. We're laughing. Great conversation, right?
So
My
where
phone
does this
rings.
Go wrong.
My phone rings. That's where it goes wrong.
Oh.
I'm like, Will's calling me. Who am I talking to right now?
What?
So I run to the, excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom. And I call the phone. I'm like, maybe he pocket dialed me or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm so sorry, I'm running 5 minutes late. And I'm like, what do you mean you're running 5 minutes late? Who am I talking to out there who just bought me a drink?
Oh.
And then I was like, okay. So I go back out and I'm like, do I just leave or do I say something? But I was just like, dude, like, what the fuck? And he
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
You can't blame me, you're beautiful.
That is slick,
Yeah, taking my shot, shoot
like,
my shot.
dang.
He's like,
That was
but you
player.
That
know.
is slick.
That was player.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
I don't think I should be mad about
I was
that.
kind of player.
I cannot
okay.
be mad about that.
Yeah, no.
That's
Honestly,
that's
I thought you
impressive.
were gonna say it was gonna go more left. So I'm like hearing it so far, right?
Yeah. So then he was like, I'm gonna let you, go on with your date, whatever. Have a great night.
That's hilarious, though.
Damn.
I'm not gonna hold
He
you. I can
leaves,
never
so
be
it's
mad
not
about that.
comfortable, like uncomfortable.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah,
like,
Did you get his number?
no, and I should have.
Crazy.
Crazy. So my date comes, he's like 4'11". I'm 5'7", and I wear like 3-inch pumps everywhere I go. So I'm just like, fuck my life.
Right.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
That's
one of the
funny
guys
as hell.
his number,
That's crazy.
girl.
That is funny.
Don
Yeah,
was bad.
there's so many
Yeah,
bad
going
ones.
after you, I don't think I stand a chance with bad dates.
Nah.
That was crazy.
Ay, Dios.
Fuck your studio audience.
Wow.
Yes, you can buy studio audience tickets if you want to come watch the shenanigans.
Yeah.
For sure.
Always for you guys.
We got space for maybe like 10 people.
Yeah.
I still want to hear your story, bro. I still want to hear your story.
I want to hear his story.
I want to hear
I
your
don't
story.
think I have one. Like, that's. I don't know. I'm a problem solver. I don't really have bad dates.
You
That
keep
part
bringing
too.
this up.
I'm telling you, I solve. I don't feel like. I don't know.
You don't have a
have it.
single date where shit just went left. Where it's just like, I don't want to see this person again.
I don't. I
Damn, Pip.
listen. I'll be like,
Because the thing about it is I feel for him, too. Because I'm sitting there like, yo, shit never went wrong. Like what's it
Bad
called? Like,
dates.
on
I'm
a
like-
date,
I'm
it
kind of
went
like
wrong
a-
like after that.
kind of like a when I go on dates, I don't. It's like the expectation part of it. I just cut it out. I don't really expect certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
for things to go bad, it doesn't really go bad for me. Like first impression's everything, right? So if I see you, you're attractive. That's like a plus. And it's like, when I meet people, they already down like 30 points.
Why?
So you gotta work your way up to being in the positive realm of things, and then like gaining
yeah.
the trust of things. So it's like, so you already down when I meet you, and I gotta figure you out. Like, so dates is really just me figuring you out. It's not like, where you want to go and shit like that. It'd be like telling me a lot about who you are too. 'Cause
So-
if you meet,
relatable.
if you meet somebody,
Relatable.
then like, say if you wanted to do a picnic, that'd be like, maybe this will be
I
no,
love
for real,
that.
because of what he said.
Call
Late
it
night
the
said this. He said this.
Right.
Listen, no, I'm being
I want a
honest.
picnic.
Sometimes you don't want to be in a place where it's too noisy. It's like if this is about meeting you for the first time and getting to know who you are, then silence would be like
I have
a good
another
thing.
story for
You
that
know what I'm
one.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, quiet time. It's like
Yo, I literally-
everything that enhance the communication part of it.
I literally went on a date where
You
it's
know
like,
what
all
I'm
right, I met this girl like right on the shoreline. We just literally sat on the beach and actually talked. I ain't buy nothing. I ain't do nothing. We
Right.
just talked. That was actually, and it was really good.
Lucky you guys.
But you know what's so crazy? If you're dealing with a female, and this is from a guy's point of view, if I'm dealing with a female, I tend to like a female that asks for nothing deserves everything.
Yeah, I would.
So if I'm taking you on a date somewhere and you're not like being pushy about me spending my money,
Buy me this, buy
yeah,
me
like
that.
I'm like,
Yeah, like I expect to
I'd
go
be like,
here.
it's
then I
to
start
maybe
to
a
asking you
five-star
like, what would you like?
restaurant.
You know what I'm saying? Like then what you like matters to me because you're not like pressing the issue. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like not fucking with a broke nigga, but it's like I want to know who you are before I start spending my money on you. Like I don't want to just be spending money because of the idea of being on a date with you. Like,
Money should never be the factor of a first date. Don't get me wrong, you should have enough money to make sure you can afford to pay for that stuff. But at the same time, it shouldn't matter like, you know, about the money. It should matter about like, you know, going on that date and actually having that experience to make sure that we can connect with you.
right?
No.
Our studio audience has an opinion.
I think with that statement that was just said, I think it depends if the person you're dealing with has a child. I think that's a whole different situation you coming into.
If they
Nah,
have
the
a
first
child.
date, your child shouldn't be my issue.
Yeah, no.
No.
this is-
I'm not
this
saying that. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying you got to look into the future as a mother, even as a dad. You got to look into the future. It's like if you looking like in homie can't handle himself, how you gonna handle me and my child?
Right.
Yeah,
You can't
that's
go
true.
to a situation. you
Yeah,
have a
when
child,
you're
just looking at yourself.
dating,
And that's-
yeah,
that's
with
why I
intention.
said-
That's the thing. When you deal with somebody with a child, I mean, of course, I'm gonna want the acknowledgement of, oh yeah, when I'm connecting with you, I'm like, all right, I should know if you have a child or not. That way, I can decide on, oh yeah, do I want to continue with
Right.
it, and am I able to like emotionally and support and like
And
physically support
financially,
like you and your child, because I know eventually. I'm gonna have to like decide if I want to be within your life, and I know your child is your life.
Right.
But
So-
double
Yeah, 'cause
standard
then
is
that
a
attachment,
thing because I have children, and if I'm on a date with you, my children is not your concern. I'm here to get to know you. So everything else, like when it starts from a first date, everything's brand new. I don't think it's like, you know, you might get the question like, "Hey, do you have kids?" You know, that's just conversation.
Yeah, how
but
you
it's
feel
not
about
like,
kids and
oh,
stuff, too.
you have kids and what does it cost to take care of them, and like, you know, like I'm not
Oh,
diving
yeah,
into
yeah,
being
yeah. No, that's
because
be more to
being
you,
a
yeah.
female, you're not worried about taking care of my kids on this date.
Right,
You're not
right,
worried
right,
about that.
true,
So
true.
that's why I said the expectations, I just leave them home when I come into this with an open mind, because I'm just seeing who you are. This might be something I know in my mind. I'm never coming here again. You know what I'm saying? Or she might rub me the right way, and this is something I would like to keep doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have
Yeah.
that choice. So, I don't know. I don't think kids is something to be brought up and be like a factor at
I think
that
it should
point.
be brought up, but it shouldn't be like the main factor of it. It should
Yeah,
be
no.
like, hey, look, I like not like you gotta acknowledge, hey, look, somebody's got kids in on this date, and like what's it called? How do you feel about it? See where it goes. It shouldn't be like a main focus of it.
Yeah.
It just should be like, hey, it should be acknowledged and be like, hey, look,
Acknowledged is good.
how do you feel about it? Okay, cool. Let's see where it goes. If you get another second date, and that's it. That's how I see it.
That's valid.
Nada vibes. I want to know, what are you looking for to see from the person on the first date in order for them to get a second date with you?
I think respect, because honestly, like for me, like, you know, right?
I saw that.
I think like, yeah, love is cool, but like I think at the end of the day, I also want to be respected. So whether that's just like me, like you respecting me, or you respecting the people around you, the people who are doing a service for you, like say if we are out on a date at dinner, and I think it's respect for yourself. And I know he was talking about something like that, you know, like having integrity. I think that's like the main thing. If you like, if these are your morals and values, do you really like practice what you preach? Do you do
Right.
what you say? Because there's a lot of contradictions nowadays and stuff like that. And I'm like, I want to even make sure like I hold myself that same way. Like I make
Correct,
sure
yeah.
I make like, so it's almost like respect, having integrity, and I don't know. Don't love bomb either. Like that's like, and then it was like, yeah, that's another thing too. So, but yeah, don't love bomb. I think respect and having integrity. I think those are like my like holy trinity right now. So yeah,
I think that's a good one. I definitely agree with that for sure.
I mean, when I'm on a first date though, I mean, I like to know that somebody's just being themselves. So, like, the integrity and the moral is big, but like, I want to be on a date with somebody that's being themselves. Like, don't be a certain kind of way because you feel like this is like to show me anything. Like, if you give me who you are, like just plain and simple, then that's like me having my way with a situation with a female, like telling her the truth and still having my way. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like lying and shit like that. Because sometimes people be like who they think you would be like attracted to instead of who they really are. Like, you know what I mean? So that'll save a lot of time because you would know exactly like, okay, yeah, this is somebody I'm into, or you know, maybe not. But
I mean, for me, it's more so somebody that knows themselves.
right. It takes people a long time sometimes, believe it or not, to figure out who
Because,
they are.
you know, I'm too old to be dating someone who's trying to figure it out. Like,
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
through that stage. I know everyone goes through that stage where you're just trying to figure it out. What you want to do as a career, where you want to live. Like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And especially if you have kids and you're bringing that into it, too.
Right.
So just someone that just knows who they are as a person and good communication, because that is the worst. Somebody that can't communicate.
I think that's valid.
Guy dating and women dating is two different things.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
even-
It is.
Because as a guy, I don't know. I can't really say that I go into dates like thinking about what life's gonna be like with you.
Nah,
Thinking that.
Well,
I
I'm
think
sitting there like
long-term.
I want to see how I can connect with you, how I can vibe with you. You know, like how I can see like, you know, a person of like who you are. I'm not thinking about the future now. That's kind of, I'd probably like put that in that category of love.
But I mean, the second date is the future, technically.
Yeah.
What do you need to see from that person in order to say, I want to go on a second date with them?
How do you impress me, and how do you want me to really want to be around you more? You know, and I know it's a weird thing to say, but it's kind of like how do I vibe with you? How do I connect with you? How do we share like similar interests, and to make sure that I can sit there and be like, oh, I really do want a second date. Like how is she going to interest me? You know, and how is she vibing? Like how is she like taking it too about like, you know, getting a second date also? And trust me, my communication is not that great either. But if I'm but if I'm able to sit there and be like, all right, I know I can go ahead and like give that effort to connect with you, then, and you give me the same energy, then I'm definitely sitting there like, all right, let me see if I can consider it.
Yeah.
Let's hear from our studio audience.
I would
Closer to the mic.
I talk pretty loud, so I'll go there. I would say if the connection is either there or if it's a question mark, then I think a second date is warranted. If the connection is not there, then I don't need a second date. Because, I mean, I already know we're not going to go nowhere. Or if we just, cool, we're just friends. All right, cool, we're just friends. We're just here to kick it with each other, like buddy old pal. But, like, if the connection is, there's a question mark there, or it's like, oh, maybe is there something there? If there's not, then I think it's warranted to have a second date to figure out if it's possible.
That's why I said female dating and guy dating is two different things.
Yes.
Oh, I'm
Because
very
if I walk into
decisive.
this place where we are, wherever we are, and it's lust at first sight, I'm going to want another date because I'm going to want to crack it.
Well, that's
I'm
one
gonna
reason, I
crack.
guess.
Yeah. God, this is
I'm
the
not gonna lie,
guy.
you got to date with intent though,
This
because
is
even
my
that,
intent is to crack. Okay,
Nah,
we're gonna make this
bro,
clear.
I've
cracked without
This is dating.
without a date, without like a first date. Come on now.
Dating is not like females. You'll date like 3 or 4 guys at a time, right?
No.
You
I
wouldn't?
can't handle
No, I
3
can't.
or 4 guys.
That's like a
So
lot
right
of
now-
like energy spread. Like at least for me, like I that's a lot. Like that
Okay,
just
so
feels
if you're
like,
single, right?
Remember, this
and
is
you
coming,
go-
this
and
is
you
coming
go
from
on
the player, though.
And you go on.
right.
I'm not
That
playing.
part. The pimp.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not a pimp.
But listen, if you're on a date, right? You're single, you go on a date. Boom. And the date doesn't work in your favor.
yeah.
So what do you do next?
You're like, all right, you know, it was great. I don't feel the connection.
Back to being single and
Oh,
that's
you would
it?
tell him?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would. I think that would
Mhm.
like most of the time it'd be like because I'm
No.
like I can't just like unless respectfully unless you ghost me, then I'm like okay there's nothing for me to be said. Like you don't want there's no more conversation. But if it's like me to them, I love being direct. I'm like that's how I am like again that's some of my morals and values. Like hey if you don't fuck with me, just tell me. If not, whatever, it is what it is. But for me, I gotta tell you. I'll be like, you know, I'm not feeling it. Maybe we could be friends, but I mean, other than that, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste mine either.
Right.
And that, I mean, I think that's just me having somewhat of consideration.
So do you go back to being just single and not going on dates after that?
Yeah.
Or how long does it take for you to go on another date after that date wasn't successful?
A while, really, because it for me, yeah, there's I don't know. Like I feel like it would take me a while again because I'm like, okay, I tried. Not that I'm not willing to open up or like try like keep exploring options and stuff like that, but it's just like, all right, if that didn't work, okay, let me shift my focus onto something else. Maybe it's not the time right now. That's how like I see it.
That's fair.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah.
Let's hear this.
Yes, babe. Tell us.
I mean, I can't. I'm not about that life juggling people. I've tried that, especially off like really long-term relationships. I've tried that. And because you kind of don't want to let something slip through the cracks because you're entertaining somebody else and then they weren't right for you at all. Like, you know what I mean? But I don't have the energy for that shit anymore. So I just have like a roster and I just go one by one.
So that's what you do?
So it's like,
Is
okay,
that what you
you're
do?
next.
That's what you do, right?
That's what I do.
Okay, so,
That's
so
wild.
what I said,
Wow.
what I said was the truth.
What?
Go on multiple dates. Because that's what dating is, though. The dating is not like, you cannot have expectations on dating besides having a good time. Because anything other than that is relations. It's not a date anymore. Like, this is
Yeah.
something that's like a...
But that's why I don't jump into relations because, well, like having sex in general, it's got to give some time. I got to make sure I actually like this person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I could go through multiple, not right now, but like in the past when I go through like multiple dates in a row, like I could, and it's just like, for me, I know in 2 dates, a lot of people don't make it past the first one. But what was that? Make it past the first one. Second date, I know if it's gonna work or not.
Right.
So-
And then you just move on to the next one.
Then my question would be, right? So speed dating wouldn't interest you then? That's what speed dating
I
is.
told
No,
you I
I just
wouldn't
want to
even
see
know.
the whole game show
I wouldn't even know what to
aspect of
say. I wouldn't know what to say.
That's what speed dating is. You're dating multiple people at the same time.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to say at speed dating, but I know if I'm sitting down with a woman and everything, like this is why I say dating for a man and dating for a woman is 2 different things. See, a female vagina need to be stimulated through her mental. So you would really have to be into this guy for it to be like that. A guy, if we're physically attracted, we can get a boner.
That's that.
It happens.
Yeah, I'd be right.
And then it's like, you know,
Weasel.
and believe it or not, it's females out here that hit and quit guys too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we're not gonna say that this is some player shit just because I'm saying
No,
it.
no,
It's just
no,
like
no. We know. I know.
this is
Yeah,
society.
I know these women out
This
here.
is society.
Right.
Some females don't like. It's a lot of situations that like a female could tell you anything late night,
Yeah, of course.
and they can tell you that sex is not a thing, but will not get in a committed relationship for years with a guy that cannot sexually satisfy them.
That's true. Because I've
So
seen
how
some-
much is that really an issue?
I don't know.
I've seen some that like once they get them over it, it's kind of it's gonna be hard to try to win themselves off. Of it,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of
Especially
course.
for that one
That shit
one
like
person.
crack. You be fucking itching and everything.
I'm telling you.
Damn.
Start foaming.
Crazy. A lot of situations last because of sexual
Literally,
encounters.
that would
Like,
be
yeah,
the
this shit
only
is
thing
kind of
that keeps
fucked
you
up,
together.
but he kind of fucks me good.
Yeah.
So, you know, females hang on a little while for that until they find somebody else to replace that situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that would have to be like doing that with you, like shying away from it and doing it with somebody else.
Yeah. That feels.
Nobody got time for that. That's the ick.
People have time for that.
I've
Don't let them fool you,
been
man.
the,
So much of a 50-50
person
here,
that
yo.
a girl would be with just to satisfy them when
Yeah.
they had a whole nother man.
So
They're
yeah.
just like, don't worry about him. Like,
And what do you do as a man?
you do your job. You're
You
like,
don't
okay.
worry about
I'm
it.
like, all right,
You don't worry about it. Like, don't worry about it. I signed up for this job and I'm
Yep.
going to do what I'm here for.
Right.
Yep, I'll make sure I'm the best at the position you put me in.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The
That
employee of the
brings,
month.
that brings me employee of the month is crazy.
Yeah.
For several months. For several months.
Employee of the year.
So I'm telling you, man.
That's crazy.
Yo.
That's to see females don't really be into that. Like that's something that a guy it won't be like a strike to a guy's ego if you had to play that position of like person to come in and just make sure another person is female satisfied. How would you
Yeah,
feel?
no, we
Surprised,
talked
yeah.
about this in the side chick 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
That was a previous episode.
Oh shit.
I gotta watch that.
Dirty T
No, yeah,
podcast.
Oh yeah.
Right, I'm
We got
I missed that
I
one.
missed that
everything
one.
you need.
I
We touch all subjects.
wonder if I can pull it up real quick before we go. While I look for it.
Wait, was that an all-female episode?
Was I in there? I don't think I was in that episode. I think I was.
I thought we might.
No, there was a guy.
I would have loved it to be all females in that episode.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
It's nothing more straightforward than girls'
There
time.
was a guy.
Exactly.
When girls are together, that's when the truth come out.
Like,
They high five and just shit, just like us.
yeah.
Like,
That's
I
why
don't
you kept
remember
that
where I
friend
wrote
drunk
it,
and she
but
was talking trash. You're like, yeah, I know.
here we go. I got it.
Yeah.
So, y'all should definitely listen to the episode because it's hilarious. But run it real quick. The 10 side chick commandments are as follows. Number 1, you'll never be number 1. 2, be the
That
best
hurts me.
number 2 you can be.
Yes.
This is starting good.
Right, I already agree with
Number
both.
3, ain't no we. Number 4,
This made me smile.
take the E out of emotion.
Oh my god.
5, know when it's over.
Damn.
Nonsense.
Number 6, don't be friend number 1. 7 is non-disclosure, so that's basically like
Yeah.
And
don't go telling people about our little situationship.
Right.
And number 8, have a distraction. Don't need to be catching feelings for these people.
Yeah.
Number 9,
So bad.
keep your lives separate. And then number 10, put them in their place.
Damn.
Yo, you know so many people that like literally break those commandments like every day. Like
Every
this,
day.
this
Yeah.
like I've
They're
seen this shit from
disrespectful.
Maury and Jim.
And this is why everything that she just said, it's like 1 is cool, 2 is contradiction, 3 is cool, 4 is contradiction.
Yeah.
Like it's no way to keep a person life separate when you're talking about going on a date and everything being mental stimulation. So that means
And
conversation.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Asking about your kids.
If this is
shit
if
like
this was
that.
on like the first date, I'm sitting there like, yeah, I'm kind of freaked out by this. Yo.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that,
it's
that would
crazy.
literally be like the first worst date I probably would have. if that's ever happened to me.
Right,
For real,
right.
that's
But I
kinda
mean,
crazy.
like, don't go like introducing your side chick to your homegirls. You know what I mean? I mean, your
Like-
side piece to like your homeboys and
Girls
stuff.
do it all the time.
I'll do that. I'll bring her around. Hey,
Because,
this is my
like,
bitch right here.
That's disrespectful.
You know what I'm saying?
Once
This
to
the
the main
guys.
chick.
Nah,
Yeah,
make that for
like-
second date though.
That shit. Right.
Or at least third.
When you're single, it doesn't matter. You could be my side bitch when
That's
I'm,
why I
I'm
love
single.
being
Yeah,
single.
being like first date isn't like, oh yeah, first date we like married or something like that. Nah, like first date is like, yo, like let's see if we vibe together first.
Yeah.
Right.
If
Before
you're
anything.
dating somebody though, it's like may the best person win. Like I don't really
Literally,
have,
yeah.
like, you know, like whoever makes me want to be there with them the most, then you're the one that's gonna be there the most. Like I'm not gonna fight this and be like, oh well, it's kind of hard. You know, she has a nice smile, but her personality's better, and we could do that all
the
day.
vibes.
I'm
Yeah.
not doing that. I just want to be the most comfortable. Whoever makes me the most
Yeah.
comfortable makes me laugh, because usually I'm the one that makes them laugh. So you can make
Yeah,
me
that's
laugh.
real, yeah,
That's
right,
like
right.
crazy, because females are so self-centered sometimes. They just worry about what a guy can do for them. They never step out of their body and say, what makes this guy happy? Like, what makes this guy, you know, like comfortable, like, you know? No, for real. Females tend to feel like they're the prize because they're so used to meeting bullshit guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's
But
nice.
when you find a guy that know who they are, then they know what they deserve too. So, got to come a little harder sometimes.
With that
Nice.
being said, where can the public find you late night if they want to check out your projects coming up?
All right, so I'm probably gonna preview a lot of this stuff on IG, Instagram. You know, it's late_night_3RD. You can find me on all platforms. You know, Spotify, Apple Music. I would love to give you my Facebook, but I don't want to give out my government name just yet. You can ask around.
We respect
Right,
it. We
right.
respect it.
Right. Like me, I'm already exposing
Check
myself.
your mutual friends.
Basically.
You don't got any warrants or anything, right?
What?
You don't have any warrants or
No,
anything.
no,
So you're
that-
fine then.
Nah. We
You're
all
fine.
clean for
No,
now.
for now.
We all clean for
now.
now.
Yeah, no, that was like 3 years ago.
I don't know. I live in the North End too. Ain't nobody
Yeah,
clean
me
up.
too.
Hey man, I've been
beef.
in the North End. I've been
got no
walking
beef,
around the
I'm
North End, no
vegetarian.
problem, because
That's
I keep out of trouble.
Right.
That's what we love to hear.
Yes, sir.
Not about vibes. How can the public find you?
You can find me on all streaming platforms and most social media platforms. Not About Vibes, NADABUTVIBES. And if you guys want my Facebook, well, listen to the episode before.
There you
There we go. Yeah, I don't have to say it
Right,
twice.
right.
I love it. Make them listen.
Well, you can find me at Dirty T Podcast. Mr. Boombastic.
Send him cash apps.
Dirty
Tea.
all of it, PayPal, everything.
Bro, I need some of
Name it
that.
all.
I need some of that
Valentine's
too.
Day is coming up. If you want to hire me for threesomes, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm just gonna let you know.
Hire
right
him.
now.
I'm
Keith is
I'm
gonna
joking.
serenade him.
Hey, I'm just
He's gonna fuck him. What are you
Word.
doing for
Hey,
these
look.
people late night?
I'm just gonna warn you guys right now. When it comes down to Valentine's Day, because I know there's gonna be Valentine's dates and everything like that. Just know I'm not desperate, so don't just come to try to hit me like immediately try to ask for a date for Valentine's Day. I will ignore it. If I know for a fact this shit is immoral.
Good night.
Good night.
Later, y'all.
Later.